Welcome everybody to Grassy Park Dairies. This is a business that's been set up between the Armour family and the Galliers family in a share milk operation. We run the farm in the Camberg, and it currently milks 950 cows on a 165 hectare platform. We are bi-seasonal and we supply our milk to honeydew dairies. Grassy Park Dairy Trust is a share milk story which was initiated in 2006 when Steve Edkins and myself approached Brian Armour with a business plan to utilise his farm in what we felt was a better way. Brian, after a few weeks, accepted our idea, and to this day we are truly blessed with that, him giving us an incredible opportunity to farm such an amazing farm. The share milk deal is simple in that the landowner is responsible for the fixed improvements in the land, and the share milk are responsible for the movable equipment, cows, and the management. It's the conception of the business in 2007. Steve was the operator, and I kept my day job at Parlour and came up on the weekends to relieve him. In 2008, in that year, Steve got an opportunity to buy a farm down the road, which gave us the opportunity to go 50-50 with the Armours in the share milk deal, which we run to this day. Our breeding objectives here is to breed a small cow, small being 435 kgs. So what we've chosen to do is crossbreed. We do a two-way cross, a Jersey Friesland, and it's a New Zealand Jersey and a New Zealand Friesland that we use. And what we're trying to do ultimately is get to a pure crossbred herd. So with that, we're trying to get us the Bonsmara of the dairy industry, a sort of synthetic breed, with it being a breed within itself, a crossbred animal. So we can't import crossbred semen, which is a problem for us. To mitigate that, we're actually using our own bulls. So we use the best that we can possibly get within our choice, and then we use our own crossbred bulls from our selected best cows to ensure that we get to the desired cow that we want, and to make sure that we have an easy, manageable cow for our system. The key to our system is fertility. Fertility fuels our farm. So in order to have the system working, we have to have cows that get in calf at the right time, and that is critical for us. So we have a short breeding season. We AR for 4 weeks. We put the bulls in to follow, and that ensures that we have a very, very tight breeding period. The fertility is our key culling factor. We believe if a cow doesn't get in calf, she's got a number of other factors that have caused her not to get in calf, be it mastitis, feet, etc. So fertility is the key for us in terms of her culling. If she's not in calf, she goes. We don't roll cows, as we believe that a problem's a problem and she must go. What we do is the cows calve. The calves get collected. If it's a heifer calf, it gets put into an individual pen. Gets put there for 3 days, where it gets taught how to drink on a teat, as well as getting its colostrum. From that, it goes into a group of 5. It stays in this group of 5 for about a month, and then after that they go into a group of 50 when they go outside. Now we're at the end of March, and at this time of year we start rejuvenating our pastures. So what we'll do is we slow down our round and re-drill in a full complement of seed for our next season. So we'll be coming in here with 25 kgs of ryegrass, 50 kgs of stooling rye, and 2 to 3 kgs of a mix of clover and chicory. And that will then see us through to the next autumn. So every year we rejuvenate the whole platform 100% to ensure that we've got full cover. At this time of year, we've got to build quota for our milk supply, and how we build quota is the months February, March, April, May, it gets averaged, those litre cents get averaged to give us a daily allocation for our spring. So to allow us to build enough quota for our spring, faced with the challenge of having to cut ground because we're replanting our platform, we take out 150 cows onto a TMR. That allows us to get more grass into the cows remaining, and to get the most out of those cows, while artificially carrying more cows than the system can actually hold for this time of year. So we've got those 150 cows that are off the platform, 800 cows on the platform, and we've basically got to make it through to the end of May, where we start drying off and destocking. So we'll bring those 150 cows back on once we've dried off our spring calvers for the spring of 2013. We plant 126 hectares every year of maize silage. 85 hectares of the maize silage area is planted on the home farm, which we're fortunate to have in close walking distance to the dairy. So we use this area to form part of our platform in the winter months. So we followed it up with stewing rye, which allows us to build quota off this area in the winter time. We lease a heifer farm, which takes all the dry stock off the home farm. We run all the heifers here, as well as the dry cows. So the farm is made up of 300 hectares, 120 odd hectares of kikuyu, 42 odd hectares of arable land, and the rest is pretty much flay and wetlands. The heifers come across here at about 6 months of age, and they stay here until at point of calving. Obviously, to grow good grass, we need water. With an annual rainfall of 950 mils, we have 4 dams which we use for our irrigation. We've got a large catchment area which allows us to have good water during the winter, but 2 of the dams are shared, which means that we have to monitor them and at all times make sure that the water has been drawn fairly. We have an additional area of 10 hectares that we use effluent water on, and that allows our platform to go to the 165 hectares. For us, roads are very important. The key thinking behind it is we've got to take pasture back to the parlour in the most efficient way. And in order to do that, we've got to get cows to be able to walk efficiently and easily to the pasture and back again without getting sore or lame in any way. So each year, but in the winter months, we spend a lot of time getting the roads right for the coming season. With regards to our labour, we've got 15 guys and myself that run this farm. The system works as such: we work 24 days and 6 days off in that cycle. We've got 8 dairy staff focused on the dairy animals, and then we've got 7 guys outside. That's including the calf lady and the person that runs the heifer farm. So between the 15 of us, we get all the jobs done. The key to it, I think, is we've got a good bunch of skilled guys that help me and take quite a lot of pressure off me, because I'm only the person in regards to management on the farm. So I do need to have a capable team to support me, which they do. We have a bonus system, and the team has to meet certain key performance areas. With regards to technology, we have the entry-level AfiMilk system employed on the farm. It's basically the scale, the sort gate, and the ability to feed cows according to their body condition score and days in milk. The system is an integral part for us to manage the cows. In terms of the fact that we don't actually worry about per cow basis, it allows us to understand what the weight's doing and if our allocations are right. With regards to reports, there are 2 reports that we follow very closely. The one is from our milk buyer, which indicates the herd health in terms of the quality of milk that we send off the farm. It's critical for us because the way we view it is the quality sent off the farm is directly related to the quality of the animals in the herd and their health status. And health status for us drives fertility. If we don't have healthy cows, we can't produce good milk and we can't get cows and calf. So we're very, very focused on sending quality milk off the farm. And the second is watching our daily weights of the cows. That is critical in letting us know if I'm making a good decision in the allocation of food every day. Regarding our dreams and aspirations, we've achieved things that were beyond our wildest dreams. God has really been truly great to our family, and we've been really, really blessed. The opportunities given, the belief that people have shown in us, have really opened doors that were bigger than we ever thought was possible. And all I can say is that if you're really passionate about achieving something, it's possible. So really going forward is to keep the passion about building and creating in whatever form it comes in. In closing, we've got to acknowledge the amount of work and the amount of information that the previous generation of farmers has given us in terms of being able to leapfrog us ahead of our time in our businesses. This amount of information has been priceless in terms of where we are today. And we have truly learned that there is a massive, massive power in sharing. And so if there's anything that we've left out today, through our video, please feel free to ask us and we'll do our best to share the information that we have.